Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, my name is Marina Kristensen. Today I have a new what I eat in a day video for you, and what do you think about my plants, because they grew so much. Aren't they lovely? It's amazing. I absolutely love how good they grew and how nice and thick they become, and both plants grow new leaves, and it's so cool how they come out and do enroll themselves. I love it. It's great. I'm so happy that I got them. Oh, what for you? And I would say that we straight start with lunchtime. I already added the activated, drained and rinsed walnuts with water and vanilla bean powder into my Vitamix, and this soaked now for a few hours to really enhance the vanilla flavor. And into this smoothie I will also add these ingredients: moringa powder and fennel, fresh fennel, coconut butter to make it nice and creamy, and as protein I have rice protein and almond protein or almond flour, and then I also will add tremella and chaga mushroom. Tremella is a natural anti-aging and beautiful skin and beautiful hair mushroom, you can say, and it's said that chaga fights cancer, and I really like the flavor combination of vanilla and chaga. It's just so delicious. And the general vegetable bowl with peas and cucumber, fennel, carrot and lupin protein. I will add activated almonds and activated Brazil nuts. This is a really nice combination in my opinion. And first I will eat the vegetables, the bigger cutted ones. Then I will drink my smoothie. Then I'll mix all of this up and eat the rest of the vegetables. This is how I prefer eating it, and this is how my body, my stomach likes it the best. And of course I also added banana. For afternoon I have a little muesli or cereals, however you want to call it, and I already added in finely chopped apple, then some raw tiger nut flakes, raw sprouted oats, a little bit of the fine cutted ones, and then some more of the thicker ones, because I really love the thicker ones because of the texture, and also the taste is different than the fine ones in my opinion. The same as when you use the general fine cutted oats and the old-fashioned thick cutted oats, they just taste different. Coconut flakes, and the last ingredient is cornflakes, pure natural cornflakes. I'm adding it on top when I covered all the apples, that they are crisp until the end, until I add the water, the liquid. So, okay, the last ingredient, the actual last ingredient, are almonds. I totally forget about the nuts. And as liquid I use plain water. And there are more almonds. Activated almonds, of course. I'm always for activated nuts and seeds. And more coconut flakes, a little bit of coconut flour and tiger nut flakes. Adding a little bit of water, mixing it up to have these with the fruits before having the cereals. And now to the best part of the day, except for the cacao in the evening. or hot chocolate. Cinnamon, yes. It's kind of difficult to do it with one hand. You know, people do sprinkle it with cinnamon. It's not a sprinkling, it's an actual topping for me. It's a food on its own. I think this looks quite good. Come on. Adding a little bit on here as well. As you saw, I made myself some tea, some sage tea. And why I do drink sage tea? Because out of multiple reasons. First of all, it has a lot of health benefits because it's a herb, and herbs are always good. But the main reason is because it's kind of helping when you're sweating a lot. And I'm a person that really sweats a lot, and yeah, it's super annoying. I even thought about getting some of my pores removed with plastic surgery, but I'm not so into doing that. So I don't know, it's something, it's not necessary for me, and so I don't want to do it. But I actually considered getting Botox under my armpits. Botox is, some words I just use that little in my daily conversations that I have to take a look at the dictionary. And yes, I know how to use a book. I know a lot of people do not know. Lämpchen. Lama. Because Botox paralyzes nerve cells or the muscles, and it also can paralyze the pores that produce all of the sweat. So I thought about getting this done. You have to do it about every half a year, but you will have like half a year a little more freedom. Anyways, I've never had this done by now, and I wanted to have natural remedies, of course. That would be the most amazing. And I remember that I drank sage tea, and I haven't drank it for over half a year, so I kind of got in the back of my head and I wasn't thinking about it anymore. And now I started to drink sage tea again, and it helps a lot. It's a magical thing, and I'm so happy and so glad that I started drinking it again. Every few days I have 1 to 2.5 mugs or cups of sage tea, and I'm sweating a lot less. I also sweat a lot when sleeping, which is super disgusting in my opinion. I hate it. And since I started drinking sage tea again, it stopped. And I will do a whole video on natural remedies to avoid and to stop and to reduce sweating, because I know how annoying it can be. When you have good ones, good sage tea, it really tastes delicious, which is important too, because I don't want to drink or include something into my diet, into my daily basis that I can't stand. While drinking it, I will scroll a bit to my mother's feed and my mother's following on Instagram, because we're searching new cooperation partners, and then it's already time to make dinner, because yeah, I haven't talked to you in the afternoon. There was nothing to say. So, who cares? Oh, and I will take a nice picture with my sage tea mug. We own it for so many years as a thumbnail. Yeah. And I really have to adjust my new camera, which isn't actually new. So I got it second-hand, and I also bought it somewhere last year when my mother's camera broke, that she can use that one I'm recording with right now. And I have a newer one, a more professional one, because I want more crisp pictures and stuff like that. Not that this camera I'm using at the moment isn't good, it's really good. But yeah, I was looking for something a little more higher, a little more high quality. There was a problem. I used the wrong SD card, and then I couldn't use all the features, and I thought like, okay, what's wrong with the camera? I got this camera and it's not working. I can't use the features I want to use that they are telling me in this video are the best for recording, are the best for making pictures. So a few weeks ago I used the SD card that's in this camera, and then all the features were available, and therefore I'm going to take out the SD card of this camera, put it into that other one, making some test shots, making some test videos, because this camera shows that 90% of the battery is already gone. Therefore I don't know how long this will hold, and yeah. Until then, enjoy my dinner and goodbye. The only little special thing about tonight's dinner is that I add a sauce to it. This is the only sauce I actually like. I also use it as a dip. It may be a little bitter for some people because of the lupin protein. Coconut butter. This is sprouted lupin protein, which I also had on my lunch vegetables. Some salt. I add basil today, and then you only need hot water, and you mix it all up, and it will thicken quickly. Make it as thin or thick as you like, whether you want it as a sauce or a dip. And that's actually it. I had to swap to my other camera, and I haven't adjusted the settings yet, so maybe the sound and the picture quality will be not that good. Anyways, I added about 1.5 of lupin protein, what I added at the beginning, and now it's nice and the consistency I want. I will add this on the plain slightly warm chickpeas with a little bit of cooked vegetables, and here is the dinner salad. And we already are at dessert time. I will have half of this tiger nut flour banana bread. I already cutted it, and it's very moist and fluffy, and I really like it. And someday I will share my recipe with you. Also, the daily cacao or hot cocoa, and probably a few more almonds.